Here are my weekly photos. So this will be the last of the month, March 2022. Here is something to do with Linux, and I like Linux instead of Windows or Apple. DC Eric Obama, Lord of the Rings. Oh no. It's Will Smith. Uh-oh. Build Back Better. Oh, it's NWO in the soup. Behold my cuck. It's Will Smith. Here is one of the a show I like to watch. I forget what it's called. This is the late 1800s in New York City. Here's a black lady seeing her father, who's not happy with her, with the kind of work that she does. Band.video. Savannah Hernandez. Sav says. These are screenshots of mine. It's Brittany Venti and her friend playing a game at a cafe. Here is another show, and here's Josh LeCac of WrongOpinion.net. Viva Fry. It's Picard Season 2. It's Gaiden. Except it's not Gaiden. It's not Whoopi Goldberg. They're on a different timeline. How does it work? I don't know. It doesn't really work. Ideally, she's supposed to already know him. Back in the 1800s, they met. But in this timeline, they didn't. So she doesn't know. But as soon as she hears his name, then she knows. But how does she know? I don't know. So she goes and takes Picard to see the seer, whatever that means. And here's Q, losing his powers. Or so it seems. Back to Viva Fry. This is me trying to put a different operating system on a phone. Here is Nerderotic. Here is Halo. Oh no. Doctor Lady. Oh no. Alien. Who's talking to his daughter, saying, "Hey, why are you reading those books by those humans? Oh, you're learning stuff? Maybe you should read it to me so I can learn about the enemy." This is Severance, a show where they go to work. He doesn't know about what he does at home because there's something in his brain, a computer chip. It activates when he goes to work and he doesn't remember his life outside of work. He doesn't know who he is. He's two people, his outie and his innie. when he's at work, he has no memories of his life at home with his wife and his boy, his son. When he's at work, he has no idea. He didn't know until one day, spoiler alert, they wake him up at home. They activate his brain to try to get information out of him. And here is the other workers. And they're dancing, having a good time. But he's not happy. And they want to do something. They want to learn how to wake themselves up so they can see what kind of people they are outside of work, because they don't know who they are outside of work. And here's a video from that guy's Audi. He has no idea what he is saying in the video until he sees the video, even though he made the video. He doesn't know. Because part of his mind is compartmentalized. Oh. And here is a girl who looks like another girl at work. And so this might be his wife. Maybe his real wife or not real wife. That girl. This girl and that wife. That girl looks like the same person. But he doesn't know that. Believe all women? Some women? What's a woman? Friday Night Tights on Nerderotic on YouTube every Friday. It's the X-Ray Girl. It's guest starring Melanie Mack. And there they are on Friday Night Tights, which I like to watch every Friday or Saturday. It's Ryan Kennel and X-Ray Girl's crazy dog, Ruff Ruff. It's the guy on Halo taking off his helmet. Why would you do that? Who do you think you are? The Star Wars Mandalorian? I mean, Boba Fett. Halo. It's a meme of Ryan in Lord of the Rings. Other memes. Other people. More memes. It's quarter black Jarrett and his new baby, the Pink Panther, and woman Ryan. Oh no. George Lucas getting fucked by Kathleen Kennedy. This is a show I was watching. Episode 1 was on the NWO, which was led by Hulk Hogan as the third member. This started around 96 and went on to until 2001. This show I was watching is called WWE Evil. I grew up with Hulk Hogan and I enjoyed him. And I think this was in 2001 or 2002, and The Rock beat Hulk Hogan, even though the crowd was cheering for Hulk Hogan mostly. They wanted Hulk Hogan. They didn't want to be forced fed The Rock. And then in 2002, Hulk Hogan came back in his traditional yellow and red colors. Help this NYC cop, this nycop.com. Donald Trump at a rally on Saturday in Georgia, talking and hopefully motivating people to get more involved. Here's a movie. Girl, and she comes home because her mom died. And the attorney for the dead mom is played by JLL White, who also played Steve Urkel in Family Matters. They have to find the will to get the inheritance. There is Steve Urkel. It's a good movie. I like it. I think it's called something like The Greatest Inheritance. I recommend this movie. I was watching this a few days ago. And then I was watching this a little bit. I forget what this was called. And here's another show based on a novel written by that one lady, Jane something, before she died in 1817 or 1819, something like that. Here is another show with Courtney Cox, Sunny Valley or something. They end up living in a haunted house. Back to the Trump rally. TobyRogers.substack.com. Alex Jones, BlackRock's. He's like, oh, it's the end of globalism or globalization. No. Now they're accelerating. There he is. Oh no. Bill Gates. And that Blackwater guy. Ancient stories and drawings. Here is my YouTube. Here is the weekly Simcast. You can find it on Chrissy Meyer's YouTube. It's every Sunday evening. They talk about culture and themselves and a lot of stuff. I enjoy watching it. I'm not a fireman, but I know how they want to see. I like that. It's a riff. It's built on the memes that people are making, based on that new judge that was coming in, the black female judge who said, "I don't know what a woman is because I'm not a biologist." So now that is a meme. Will Smith started trending because he slapped Chris Rock, and it's a personification that says, if you say something I don't like, I'm gonna hit you. And you said hit people if you don't like something. And that's not good, because that becomes an attack on free speech. The First Amendment in America is free speech. And Will Smith personifies attacking and assaulting and abusing and stopping the First Amendment illegally and fundamentally and spiritually and everything else. That's not good. It's not good. Here is The Walking Dead. Here he is getting on with the Red Ranger. He's trying to figure things out. So he's like, I'm going to the hilltop community. Here is a hottie talking to Eugene. Here he is going to the hilltop community, trying to blame them, trying to get them in trouble. Here is Maggie. See, he doesn't want to let them in. But Daryl's like, trust me. You don't have to trust them. Trust me. Let them in. And we'll be really quick. Here is the hottie talking to the Red Ranger, saying, you need to do the right thing. Because this big community is up to no good. I mean, the leadership, there may be thousands of people in this community, but the leaders at the top are corrupt and leading us in the wrong path. You need to stand up. That's what she's saying to the Red Ranger. He's like, uh-oh. Here's Maggie. There's that one lady. Here's Maggie pointing the gun at the other guy because he was threatening her son. They have a heart-to-heart, and they talk, and then they kiss. And she's probably on the same page, and I like the story. I understand the criticism that people give The Walking Dead and the spin-off shows. I criticize them too sometimes, but I also like it, or I like some of it, and I still follow it, and I should make some videos. To cover it. And here's another show. that I like to watch. I remember what it's called now. This show is called Outlander. And the lady goes back in time and falls in love with a man. And now they live in America. And it's around 1776. And they talk about the Indians in America as the United States was becoming a country around 1776. This was like a few years before that, probably like 1773. Here's a little bit of a backstory. He was living with the Indians. Then he became an Indian. Then he had a wife, and he had 2 miscarriages. And they said he should leave. And then he got with his best friend, and he was not happy with that. And she ended up having some kids, or 1 kid, with his best friend. Here is a medical student learning medicine, and she's learning a little bit of medicine too. For some reason, Denzel Washington, Tyler Perry are comforting the man who did the assaulting. Shouldn't you be comforting Chris Rock? $1776coin.com. And those are all the videos. Wow.